Yo, yo, tap in if you can hear me. Where the comments at? Where the comments at? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know. Let me know. I got 4 people in here. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I went and turned it on. I could hear myself. So let's go, Matt. Let's go, Tyler. McCurley's in the house. Mr. Holm is here. All right, so look, we're just doing lives now because YouTube is it's probably the worst user interface for just time. I mean, if you're an adult, you don't have time to upload a YouTube video. Bottom line. Um, it's ridiculous. I can't edit a video, get it on, and then just see it crumble as my computer sounds like an airplane taking off in a jet stream. Shouts the Jets. And basically see all my storage taken every week. So I'm just doing lives. I think it's fun. I mean, there's like what, 5 of you on here? Let's see what we got. 3. Tight. All right. But so I'm just gonna do lives, but we're gonna just do it like the normal show. But you guys can comment, give me your picks, your reactions, whatever you think as we go along. I'm gonna send the link out to a couple more people so that we can get started. It's pretty lit though. I mean, the graphics are here. You know, I like it. I like doing the lives. Instagram was better because I feel like people actually watched it. Um, but I think people still check in on the videos to see the pics anyway. So this at least makes it to where I don't have to upload a video. Tyler, send some pics. I'm gonna text you that too. I asked McCurley if he wanted to get on. McCurley said he was busy. 1 second while I create a fire Instagram post. Hold on 1 second. Get in here now. Link. Paste. Let's go. It's fire. That is fire. All right. Who all we got in here? 4. Let's go. Turn up. All right. Well, an interesting week. So I took a little bye week last week. I know everyone was disappointed, but man, honestly, state was off. I had some stuff going on, so it really just was not in the cards for me last week. So apologies for missing that. I know that honestly, you guys missed nothing. I did terrible in college. I did rebound NFL. I think I went 6-1 for the NFL picks last week. So I mean, a good recovery there. I think I went 4-5 college. So this is what we're doing this weekend. We are not overthinking it. So really, I mean, we've got a lot of we've got. I just ate. So my wife made these little like firecracker shrimp bowls, and I've got some spicy mayo right here, right in the back of my, touching my tonsils. If we're being honest, so that, and I've had a cough for 3.5 months, so it just won't go away. Tyler, you're a doctor. Tell me how to get rid of it. All right, I'm gonna try to stop spastically coughing. Okay, let me switch to my. So, if you guys have a Mac like me, and you don't use it as often, whenever you tune in, or whenever you like open it up and start using it, and your messages are connected, it just starts sending you every message you've ever gotten. Huh? That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. So 10 minutes in here, and we're getting into picks. Post-nasal drip. Okay. That's a solid diagnosis. I appreciate that. All right. So, my fonts are off this week. Don't judge me. My fonts just, they're not with it. Okay. They're not with it, but here we are. Post-nasal drip. I believe that. Okay. So, boys, girls, got that cold so icy. Picks this week. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is a don't overthink it week. We try to get cute here on Cashin Cam from time to time. I know we all have been guilty of overthinking it, putting too much thought into it, looking for too many stats, trying to outsmart Vegas. And at this point in the season, there's no outsmarting them. You have to look at the lines and you have to say, I know what I'm supposed to take here, and I'm going to take it. I'm not going to overthink it. So, you see my board. We're not mincing words with these lines. We're just taking them. Okay? Kentucky, good at times. Mizzou, bad all the time. Have they played okay this year? Yes. But it's Mizzou. They're at home. 11 a.m. game. No juice, as we say. No juice for an 11 a.m. game. Kentucky needs this win. 5-3 Kentucky. Falling out of the rankings. Okay. Missouri loses to South. They beat South Carolina, didn't they? They beat South Carolina last week. Riding high. 2 straight wins against Vandy and South Carolina, the bottom. The crustaceans. Okay, the losers of the league. Kentucky owns this matchup. 4-1 in the last 5. Give me the Wildcats. Don't overthink it. Don't let Vegas get in your head. The line's too small not to take it. The line's too tiny. -1 is just too small. Kentucky's the better team. They have the better quarterback. Unless he's hurt and I didn't know. And for that, I'll wear that as a badge of honor. That, I was just wrong. Okay, Texas Tech, what did we say last episode? It didn't hit, but what did we say? Me and Stowers. A Texas Tech over in October is essentially a pumpkin spice latte. It's a must-see feature, and it goes away. It comes and goes in short spurts. The number's perfect here. The number is nice. 69. OSU -38, TCU -8. What about, I have the over, Tyler. What do you think about the over? 69? Nice. Are we feeling it? Let's make some money, says Aham. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, I like the over 69. It's a huge number. But if you think about it, when we're dipping into it, both offenses, it's Big 12. Remember that. Big 12, 11 a.m. No one's going to be hitting anybody. Points. Tyler loves it. Let's go. Over 69, smash it just cuz. Why are we going to overthink that one? Let's ride. And look, I've been known to hate on the Mustard Buzzards, the Musty Buzzies. We do not bet on Southern Miss, Alex says. Look, I've been known to hate on them. I get that. And do they stink? Yes. And have they stunk perpetually in the last few years? Yes. But they're riding so high. They're also freaking 6-2 against the spread. They're at home, coming off a big win. Okay, on ESPN. Am I right? Was it on ESPN? I think it was. Beat ULL, beat Texas State, beat Arkansas State, beat Tulane. -2.5 at home. Win by a field goal. Georgia State got whipped by App State. They beat Army. Lost to Coastal Carolina. Tough call. I'm taking Southern Miss at home, though. Southern Miss at home. I like it, and the odds are solid. Yeah. Come on. Hey, if you had bet on them all year, you'd be 6-2. 6-2 against the spread. Come on, Aham. All right. Baylor +3.5. What are we thinking? Oklahoma stinks. Oklahoma lost to Texas 49-0. 49-0. Everyone's on Baylor. Let's not overthink it. Baylor 5-3 against the spread. Again, you're right, Alex. They are a wagon. The Chandeliers, I think. And wee-woo alert. Over is 6-2 for Baylor. What's the over in this game? Over is 61.5. Just going to throw that out there. But +3.5. Road dogs. Defense travels, especially in the Big 12 where no one plays defense but Baylor and Oklahoma State, who we also have. Give me Baylor +3.5. Oklahoma stinks. Virginia. So I've actually faded Virginia a lot this year, Tyler, and it's worked out pretty good. What's Virginia against the spread? Let's see. Virginia is down. Baylor money line, yeah, that's a good pick. I think Baylor wins the game. I don't know why, unless we're missing an injury. Which, look, I've been known to miss injuries. But unless we're missing an injury, I don't see how Baylor doesn't win that game. So, Tyler, on my app, it's showing that there's some kind of pull towards UVA. I don't know why. UVA does own that matchup. 4-1 in the last 5, but they just lost to Miami, putting up 12 points. Yeah, I think UNC just runs the score up, right? Like, Virginia can't score with them. Maybe they stop them 3 times. Maybe. I would say if you pick UVA, you've got to go under because that just means they stopped UNC. If you think UNC is going to win, I would say there's probably going to be a lot of points scored, which UNC can't really stop anybody either. So, both Virginia and Virginia Tech have kind of sucked in recent years. So, Baylor money line is a good one, Alex. I like it. Another thing with Oklahoma, like, what's their win? What was their cupcake win? So they beat Kansas without their quarterback. They beat Iowa State, who can't play offense. And they lost Texas 49-0, TCU 55-24, Kansas State 34-41. I like the over. Give me Baylor by a stop. They stop them. Stop them a couple times. Okay. Tennessee +8. This is just a you got to believe in what you've seen, right? I mean, it can go either way. But you got to believe in what you've seen. Tennessee has not faltered yet this year. I mean, are they due to have a bad game? Yes. But Hooker's like 26 years old. I don't think he's going to fold. I don't if he was going to, he would have against Bama for sure. I mean, to me, LSU for them was more of a trap than this game. I mean, this is not a trap, right? They're both undefeated. I mean, 8 is a lot. I get it's a college game, so like points aren't, as hard to come by in college. I get that. Tennessee just beat UK 44-6. I mean, they took that game way too soon. They needed to chill out, honestly, Like, why did you do that? Why did you do that to Kentucky? Like, that's wild. I mean, they kind of like faltered defensively against UT Martin, but like +8. Yeah, I mean, I like Georgia in the game. Honestly, like I think everyone deep down knows Georgia's probably going to win this game. But eight's such a weird number. It's like, and that's the problem with it. It's like Vegas is begging you to take it. It's like Georgia's going to win by 3 scores. So I don't know. Maybe fade me there, but I mean, Florida put up 20 points. And Mizzou almost beat them. Georgia Dogwater. Georgia's offense looks weird, right? At times. Stetson's not that good. I think we can all agree. Stetson's not that good. I think how many games was it before Stetson threw a touchdown? Had a touchdown pass. I think it was pretty deep into the year, 3 or 4 games. Stetson's not great. I mean, I like him, Jones Community College product or whatever. But as soon as he cut his curly little fro he had and turned it into a super boosie fade, he was done for. He was done for. So sounds like we're all riding Tennessee. I bet if Stowers was here, he would take Georgia. But Stowers did tell me he wanted the over in that game, Georgia Tennessee. So damn, yeah, that's a good take, Alex. Stetson is the Tannehill of college football. Yep, I would say that. I don't know if yeah, like he's like the exact same athleticism. I guess Tannehill's like bigger, you could say, but just the most game manager of game manager. I guess he doesn't make as many mental mistakes as Tannehill. Like Tannehill in that playoff game was yikes. So, but yeah, I like love Baylor tomorrow. Let's go. The boys are on Baylor tomorrow. Let's go, G-Man. Tempted on under. Feels like no one of those random SEC defensive battles. Yeah, I could see it like starting where Georgia struggles, honestly. And Tennessee maybe like gets a couple turnovers to start the game. Like they turn the ball over a couple times, but Georgia struggles offensively. And then, you don't really see touchdowns until the second, third, and fourth. Probably like late second, then starting the half, Tennessee come out and score or something. I don't see Tennessee struggling to move the ball unless Georgia is just gonna scheme them to the point where Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, so to me, like that cat had 5 touchdowns against a Nick Saban led team. If he was stoppable, he would have been stopped, right? Can we all agree? I mean, Saban would have been able to stop him if he could be stopped. I just don't, unless Saban's just lost his touch, which Tyler, you might have an opinion on that. But if that man's going to score 5 against Bama, I just don't. Maybe Georgia holds him to 4. I don't know. Nah, I mean, they're going to double team him. I mean, they're going to have to. You can't let him beat you. But Hooker's a dog. I mean, the way he runs, he's like if KJ was like an actual quarterback, KJ Jefferson. So, I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're not overthinking this slate, then all these make sense, right? All these make sense. What does Vegas know that we don't? I'm willing to find out. I'll put my nuts out there. Okay. And if it's nut cutting time, it's nut cutting time. But +8 to me is a no brainer. What are we missing? Baylor +3.5, no brainer. What are we missing? Maybe a little money line parlay on the dog, on like these underdogs. I mean, let's be real. +8, +3.5. You sprinkle Kentucky -1 in there. Okay. Let's think about this. Might be solid odds. G-Man, if you're in here, I feel you cooking up that parlay. All right, I got Bama LSU over 56.5. Does that seem low? The world is just used to hating on. That's and that's the thing, right? Like everyone expects Tennessee to just falter. They're not used to them. People forget, like, didn't Tennessee run the 90s? Like, didn't Tennessee dominate the SEC East in the 90s? I know the one championship game State got in. So, no, Tyler, they didn't? I don't know. Tyler, are you saying you don't think the number's low? I mean, LSU's quarterback started playing pretty good. Daniels, is that his name? And I've hated on him since Rip. Now, this matchup has produced what was it, 3-0 one year, 6-3, something like that. So, I could see it. I could see it being that type of game too. Okay, so Tyler likes the under, to say the least. This game has gone over. The over-under last year was 67. That's wild. Who was LSU's quarterback last year for it to be 67? I can't even remember. The cat for A&M? Like, who was going to score 67 points? It was 20-14 at Bama. Yeah, I mean, Tyler, I'm with you, I guess. I'm gonna take the over. I think Bama easily scores 30. Honestly, 40. I think Bama easily scores 40 here. They've got to get impressive wins. So I think LSU backdoor covers the over with a touchdown or a touchdown field goal type thing. But I could also see it. If you want to stay away, stay away. But 56.5 is low for a Bama game. This season. Bama, the total is, let's see. So for one, they're both 5-3 against the spread. Something to look at. Tyler hopeful the defense. And it will, right? I mean, it's just inevitable. So, I mean, maybe fade me there, honestly. But, so in 2020, Bama at LSU won 55-17. I could see that happening. And in that case, Bama basically covers the over right there. So, I mean, LSU couldn't. LSU stopped Ole Miss, but Ole Miss, forgot how to play offense. Bama versus Florida, 45-35. Bama gives up 40 to Tennessee. I just don't think they're going to be able to stop them. I think it's just an all-around performance by Bama. And LSU kind of hangs in there early, maybe gets a couple points. Our receivers have not looked awesome this year. They're still Alabama receivers, though. So, anyway. So, yeah, that's a contentious pick right there. But I'm going to ride with it. Just because I want points in that game. I just think Bama has to score a lot, right? It's kind of like the East Mississippi deal in JUCO. You got to run up the score to get your name back in the rankings, that sort of thing. So we'll see. Kansas State plus 2.5 at home. Don't think about it too much. A home dog. Everyone on this app has Texas. And I love that. It's like being Kirk Herbstreit on college game day. You just go against the crowd, see what happens. Texas loses to Oklahoma State, who got the brakes beat off. Well, I have Oklahoma State this week, so I can't say anything. But, Texas looks bad at times, really, really, really bad. They beat up on Oklahoma, who stinks. They beat Iowa State, who we said earlier cannot play offense. Yeah, so Texas lost to Oklahoma State, who Kansas State just beat 48-0. At some point, they just have to be the better team, right? They lose by 10 to TCU. They beat Oklahoma, Texas, Iowa State. Man, Iowa State has had a rough year. I love their coach. If Leachy goes, I'll take old dude for sure. Kansas State 6-2 against the spread, 4-1 against the spread at home. Texas 1-2 against the spread on the road. Yeah. Don't overthink this one. Kansas State. The only hope Texas would have is to constantly move the ball into the red zone, because I think Kansas State is like 100th in red zone stoppage. So, all right. Last but not least, and this is a team I've been down on all year, and it's Clemson. 8-0 Clemson, I believe. What are they in the college football playoff? 4. To me, this is just another Dabo gets it done type deal. -3.5 is not large enough. Notre Dame sucks. Why are we? So they beat Syracuse. Okay, that's going to be super overvalued. Syracuse just came off of an emotional loss to Clemson, where they gave everything they had to try to beat Clemson. They couldn't do it. I really liked the way Clemson played in that game. And here's the thing: defense travels. Notre Dame. This is not a must-win for Notre Dame. Notre Dame has winnable games further in its schedule, and I think they know that Clemson is daddy. Clemson 4-1 since they started this matchup. 3-1 since they started this matchup. I don't know if Josh is still in there, but he's a big Notre Dame guy. So, Josh, if you're hearing this, sorry, pal. But yeah, I think Notre Dame just can't score with Clemson. Clemson's defense is too good. Notre Dame might make a few stops. Might hang in there early, but like Stanford's bad, and Notre Dame lost to them. The big win against UNC, a good win against BYU. They beat up on UNLV and get a battered and bruised Syracuse team. Now, I didn't mean to go at your boys. Now here's a fun fact, okay? Notre Dame is 3-0 as an underdog this year. 3-0. But they are 1-4 against the spread at home. 1-4. Clemson has the 5th best red zone efficiency offensively in the country. Notre Dame has 129th. 129th. And they don't force turnovers. That, to me, breeds Clemson in the long run winning that game by a touchdown. Clemson stinks, but Notre Dame is bad. And I don't even know that Clemson stinks. I think their quarterback just kind of stinks. I don't think he's not what we expect out of a Clemson quarterback. He's just not as dynamic. He doesn't make as many big plays. So, but that little white running back, scat back guy, he's pretty good. Tyler, that Hawaii line is crazy, huh? It's moved up like a touchdown. I think it started at 21. Coach is too handsome. Oh, Notre Dame. Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe it. Whenever we were watching that, who was it they played first? They played Ohio State. They played Ohio State. We were watching, and I was like, yeah, Kimmy, that's their coach. And we were both just like, okay, well, this guy needs to be on the cover of GQ, not coaching football. Even though I'm sure he's a good coach. But Tyler, 27 is a ton for Hawaii. They've been in some close games. So, yeah, I would probably say 27 points is a little too much. They've covered 4 straight, Hawaii has. And they have covered the last 2 against Fresno. Hawaii 6-3, sneaky 6-3 against the spread. 3-1 on the road. Yeah, I really like Hawaii. That'll be a good little nightcap. Good find, Tyler. Good find. Now that I'm done, seems like a lot. Yeah, it does. 27's a lot. I mean, Hawaii's not just gonna lay down. I think that loss to Vanderbilt really just like undervalued Hawaii to a ridiculous degree. So I don't know. I don't know what Tyler's talking about anymore. That's all right. Josh, sorry I flamed. Sorry I flamed the Dame, the Golden Domers. Sorry about that, pal. Sorry about that. All right. So moving on to college slate. What do we think? I'm seeing maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-0. That's what I'm seeing. So we'll see. Nah, I mean we'll probably mix in a couple bad beats. You know me. I'm not gonna win them all, but I'll get darn close. That's what we'll say. That's what we'll say. All right, moving on to the NFL. I'm liking the live stream. What do you guys think? Ups in the chat. Big ups in the chat if you like the stream. Big ups in the chat. All right. I feel so lame doing that. Week of the dogs. Week of the dog. I feel like we're in the group message right now with Alex and Tyler's conversations getting mixed up. McCurley, you sure you don't have a pick? Are you in here? At least give me one pick. And don't say Mississippi State. Because we all know that that's unreliable. We all know that's unreliable. I'm 3-0 on Jets games this year. And I couldn't take the spread because I'm too scared. Like I've bet against Buffalo with Miami early in the year. But I'm just due for Buffalo destroying me. Josh Allen's big hands just gripping me. Plus 11.5 so much for the Jets at home, but I can't do it. So I'm going to take the under. Under 46. I think there's a lot of defense played in the first half. And then I think Josh Allen might open it up. I don't know if the Jets score very much. Brees is so me and Alex saw Brees Hall live. Is that his name? Brees Hall? Last name? Am I wrong? Am I right? We saw him live. Dude's a monster. And him being out, it just doesn't bode well. It doesn't bode well for the over or the Jets. I have Michael Carter in a couple of leagues, and he's okay. 6'3". We just naming our heights now, Alex? What are you talking about? I don't know. There is a delay, so you might be typing away vigorously to explain, but I don't know. Oh, he thinks I'm gonna go 6-3. That'd be nice. Be a nice little weekend. If you ride with me, maybe we go better. Maybe I get a little touch of Colorado luck. So yeah, Buffalo Jets under 46. The NFL unders have been hitting like crazy. I think if we would have just taken unders all year, like if this show was just reading off the unders to you in the NFL, we would be more successful. So there's that. It's the week of the dog. It's the week of the underdog. Alex likes Minnesota to get it done. So underdogs in the NFL cover at a crazy clip. What it is, I don't know. Home underdogs. They cover at a crazy clip because the NFL is insane. And even Vegas does not know the lines to put on these games, I feel like half the time. So we're going to take the dogs this week. We're going to take the underdogs. That being said, I didn't take the Jets plus 11.5. I might regret that. I might regret it because the Jets have been good to me all year. But Falcons plus 3. I know they stink, but they've got wins against Carolina, San Francisco, Cleveland. Small loss to Tampa Bay. smallish loss to Cincinnati. Herbie, his ribs are broken. Let's be honest. He's playing with broken ribs. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with Herb. Big loss to Seattle. They barely beat Cleveland. Stinks. They beat Houston. They lose to the Jags. The loss to the Jags, to me, says all we need to know. They beat Houston by 10. They beat Cleveland by 2. They beat Denver, who stinks, by 3. They lose to Seattle at home big, 14. Maybe they're not good. We see Herbert. We see it happening, and we get tricked by his luscious locks and his beautiful eyes. But maybe they're not that good. Maybe they're not that good. Falcons +3 at home. They string wins together. They string wins together, 4-4. They're gonna go above 500. Falcons might sneakily win the garbage NFC South with Marcus Mariota. R.I.P. Alex. Titans could have had him. Should have locked him down. All right, Green Bay looks terrible offensively. The Lions are so due, right? They were the darlings of the gamblers all throughout the NFL the first few weeks of the year. Wentz isn't playing, Alex. It's Heineke. Taylor Heineke, baby. Taylor Heineke. Big comeback win last week. Unless I'm wrong, but I think it's Heineke again. But the Lions, they cover first 3 weeks of the year. Recently, Swift has been out, so that's hurt them. But I just think they're so due. They beat the Packers last game of the year last year, which is awesome. Close game, Miami. They got blown out by the Cowboys and the Pats. Close game to Seattle. Close game to Minnesota. I think they get back to that type of pattern this week. Green Bay just offensively has not looked good. 4 straight losses combined, like they probably averaged looks like around 17 points a game. I like the Detroit. I like Detroit +3.5 at home. Give it to me. I know it's ugly. I know it doesn't make sense in our brains, but that's Vegas trying to get under our skin. We won't let that happen. Okay. Washington +3. Alex doesn't like it, and that's okay. I think Heineke's playing though, Alex. I like Heineke to lead this team to a dub. Is it Wentz or is it Heineke? Someone fact check me and Alex. If it's Wentz, I want out. I want out now. I want my money back. I haven't put it in yet, but let's see what the spurts are saying about it. Minnesota being outgained 383 despite 6-1 record. I don't know what that means. 383. I don't know what he's talking about, but it's some kind of nerd stat. Washington D, 4th in pressure rate. Cousins' passer rating drops from 103 clean to 62 under pressure. What a change. 40% or 40-point drop in his passer rating when he's under pressure. Heineke 8-2. Alex, this is tough. Heineke 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 starts. Cousins 13, 22-1 against the spread off of a win when he has been at Minnesota. Revenge game for the Washington football team Commanders. Revenge game. against their old quarterback who did the you like that thing. I'm sticking with Washington. I'm sorry, Alex. That's a lot of YouTube is a little yeah, okay. Yeah, we might switch back to Insta. I just can't put like graphics on Insta. Maybe the graphics don't mean anything. Maybe the graphics don't mean anything. It's okay. 3 minutes behind. That's a lot of minutes, Tyler. Well, the chat just stinks. Let's be honest. And it's not YouTube that's delayed. It's this streaming app I'm using. So if I just need to get rid of the graphics, I'll get rid of the graphics. But have the boys on and get lit. Yeah. I mean, I want to have the boys on. So we might just call it. I might just like get a whiteboard behind me. What do you guys think? I don't know. I know it's delayed, so I might not hear from you here in the next few hours. But last but not least, Seattle +2 at Arizona. I know they're not a home dog in this case, but Modern Warfare has been out for 2 weeks. What do we think Kyler's been doing? Why is it in his contract? Why is it in his contract? People are asking. So, I mean, +2 here. Seattle's on a tear. Gino's playing out of his brain. Seattle +2. I don't have much more to say on it. And I guess I'm going to shut it off. Y'all might be typing stuff and I'm not getting it. Alex and Tyler are texting me. So, McCurley, I really expected at least something, man. Alex eventually said, yeah, that's on me. Thought Wentz was still doing it. Yeah. I think Wentz is out. So, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to call it quits. Good luck this weekend, fellas. Godspeed.